What's up, you guys? Welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Malaika Amai, and if you guys are returning, hey girla. So today we're gonna get into patterns and learning lessons, okay? Because when you pay attention to the pattern, you'll learn the lesson. If you're not gonna pay attention to the patterns or the signs, you're not gonna learn the lesson, and therefore you're gonna keep repeating the cycle, right? There's signs and there's patterns all around us, but it's up to us to pay attention. Okay, in order to learn the lesson, right? I only know this because, I'm one to repeat a good cycle, to repeat a good, pattern, and the lesson is not learned. And then I'm sitting here looking like, well, why does this keep happening? But I'm not paying attention to the signs. And that goes for like friendships, relationships, dating. That goes for getting into it with people, work. That literally goes for anything like money. You just really got to pay attention to the signs and the patterns to make sure that you're learning the lesson. Because why are you not paying attention to the sign? Like, girla, it's right in front of you. It's right in front of you. Why are you not paying attention? Why do you keep doing that to yourself? Why do you keep pushing it to the side? Like sweeping it under the rug? Like, maybe they're just having a bad day. Or, maybe I could just, spend a couple extra dollars and like, I'll get it back. No, girla, you're not supposed to be spending this money. And here you go spending this money. Now your bank account is less than what it was supposed to be. Or, your savings account is not as high as it should be. Pay attention to the signs, okay? This boy, you see the red flags, The last boy you was talking to, you saw all the red flags. He ended up hurting you. Now you got to heal from that relationship. Now you're talking to a new boy or a new girl and you're seeing the same signs, right? That's called a karmic cycle, right? I'm one for a karmic cycle. I had to put it to rest. I said, no. We can't keep doing this on and off again and nothing's happening. Nah. Deuces. Blocked, actually. Won't do it. I've had enough. And when you're actually tired and when you said I've had enough, you're going to put it to rest. Because I was tired. When I say I was done with it, I was done with it. One day, I really just woke up and said, you know what? I'm over it. I don't want to keep experiencing this no more. I see the signs. I see the pattern. And if I don't cut it right here, I'm going to keep hurting myself. And why do you want to keep hurting yourself? The moment you look past the red flag and you don't pay attention to that pattern or that sign, you're literally hurting yourself, right? Because this world that we live in, it's all about you. Have you heard of somebody say, it's my world and you just live in it? Exactly. Because you wake up every day and you go to sleep every day and you wake up you. It's just you. You were born out of the womb, you, right? Unless you're a twin, but still, it's just you. So why do you want to keep hurting yourself? Why do you want to keep putting your future self in a bad predicament? Pay attention early on. If you feel something is off, your intuition never lies to you. Your intuition is God talking to you. Your intuition is the universe. Your intuition is the ancestors and your spirit guides, Just know that you're divinely protected. So if you're not listening to your gut or your intuition, you're basically not listening to the ether, to the spirit realm. And that's so much disrespect when you're not listening to God. He's like, well, damn, I'm trying to talk to him, and they're not listening. Let me do it another way, right? Let me speak through somebody else, a random person. Let me go to this random person that they don't know and send the message through them. Oh, they're still not paying attention? Oh my gosh. Like, do you see what I'm trying to say? Like, God will try and try and try because he loves us so unconditionally, but you got to pick up on the signs, friend. Pay attention, like slow down. It is okay. It is okay to slow down sometimes. I have to tell myself that, girl, slow down, pump the brakes. Listen, Linda, because I was one of those people who deleted TikTok off my phone and was over there looking stupid. Not really because I still had it on my iPad, but like when it comes to my phone, like my phone is my phone. I need TikTok on my phone. So that just let me know to like slow down. But that's how you know my cutoff game is like, I don't play. I'm like, okay, well, you're gonna be banned. Like, what's the point of having you on my phone? But that just goes to show, like, slow down, take your time. You don't need to rush. If you need to get a second opinion, go to someone you trust. right? I know sometimes it can be hard speaking to the Lord because you don't know how to come to him. Come to him friendly, like open, like he understands, you know, like your relationship is not the best with him, but like just come to him open, be like, God, you know what? I don't know what I'm doing right now, but can you just help a sister out? You know, that's all you got to do. Just come respectfully, come open and surrender, because the pattern will literally keep repeating itself. It's just like for me, when it comes to certain friendships, I would always attract certain friendships that would dog me out. Like not even a few months later, like we're falling out. But it's like there were signs. Why do you feel the need to hang out all the time? Why do you feel like you have access to my energy? I don't want to hang out all the time. But you know what? I felt bad. Like in a way, it was like people pleasing, you know? So I'm like, okay, well, let's do this. Let's do this. But it's all on their time. It's not even for me. It's for them. And I would do that for these friends. I would always pour more into their bucket because they needed it, right? But then in the end, it would hurt me. I'm like, oh, now we falling out for what? And it's really stupid, honestly. These fallouts are really dumb, but it has to do with them. I'm always going to take accountability, you know, for my actions. I always do 10 toes. But sometimes you really got to step back and be like, this was not me. Especially when you're really self-aware and you take precaution on relationships and friendships and people, and you're so like, you practice internal work every single day. Like you want to make sure that your behavior is not affecting other people, right? So it's like, okay, I see what I did. Okay. That was you, friend. And we just got to let it go. And unfortunately, when you really nip it in the bud and you set your boundaries straight, that's when you can really see who has the problem. Okay. A lot of the time it's about boundaries, right? These patterns and these signs, mainly these patterns, these behavior patterns, they keep reoccurring because we have a lesson to learn, right? Excuse me. I learned this at a young age. Like, well, okay, let me put it like this. I learned the pattern part probably a couple years ago. I noticed it when I was talking to this guy, right? I was like, you know what? It's a pattern. I'm noticing this pattern in his behavior, and he's not picking up on that. Yeah. This was a couple years ago, you guys. Oh my gosh. This is when I really like actually looked at it. I'm like, he thinks that I don't know what he's doing, but I know exactly what he's doing because his pattern and his behavior is switching up. He used to not do this. And so once I started clicking onto that and tapping into that, I'm like, oh, so it's not me, it's you. But now I'm learning the lesson because I'm waking up and I'm paying attention, right? So you have every ability to do the same thing that I'm doing, but you got to really take a moment and know yourself. It's all about a knowing, and it's all about knowing you. So the moment you know you can pick up on these signs and these patterns and be like, I don't like that. Why is that person treating me like that? Like, I don't treat myself like that. So why are they treating me like that? And once you pick up on that, it's easy like to call it out. And once you call it out, that person might reciprocate some negative energy to you. And you're like, well, why are you doing that? Like, first of all, I'm not tripping, but I'm asking you, why are you treating me like that? And so when you do that, sometimes people, first of all, hate people who cannot take accountability, hate when other people call them out on their BS. I know this to the T, right? I know this to the T because I call out BS like that. I do not play. So the moment I catch something, I call it out, and that person has an issue, you're the problem, right? So the moment you pick it up and you call it out, they have an issue with you. There you go. There you are. You have now solved the first problem. You have now looked at the first pattern, and you now can check that off your list. Like, I'm paying attention to this pattern that you keep doing, and I don't like it, because patterns are all about behavior. Now we're talking about psychology. Oh my gosh, guys. This was probably one of my favorite subjects in college. Honestly, because psychology has a lot to do with behavior, has a lot to do with mindset, and it just has a lot to do with everyday routine. So the moment you start picking up on these things, it'll be easier for you to call out. That's why it's important for you to have healthy daily habits. Have a healthy daily routine. The moment you have a knowing and you're certain about who you are and your daily routine, you know exactly what you do from day to day. It's easy to pick up on other people's signs and patterns. So if it's interrupting you and your energy, then you could call it out, friend. It's easy. Like, I got you, girl. You can do this. I don't want you to be sitting here affected by other people's behavior. That's not okay. That's not fun. That's toxic. You should not be sitting in the dark worrying about what this person did. That's not fair to you. You gotta nip it in the bud. It's having respect and boundaries for yourself. Once you have that, it's easy to cut that shit off from other people. You are not deserving of that. You deserve the best in life, okay? You deserve happiness. You deserve laughter. You deserve joy. You deserve peace. You deserve so much beautiful things out of this life. What you do not deserve is somebody's badass behavior messing up your life. Somebody's toxic ass habits and routine. That is not okay. You do not need that in your life. So what I want from you, friend, is to really slow down, pay attention, and start focusing on you, because I know you can do that. Right? You're here on this video today, right now. Start focusing on you, your daily routine, your daily habits, and then watch. I promise you, this shit is so cool, you guys. It's just like figuring out pieces to a puzzle, or like, it's just so cool. It's like problem solving, but for yourself. I love this shit. It's really how life works. Like, it's a game of life, literally. Once you start picking up on little signs, you're like, yeah, that's definitely not me. Let me go ahead and move accordingly. Let me step to the side and move around, because I'm not messing with that over there. And then you can really like, and you don't have to have beef. Like, you can just move around. I'm sorry, I don't like what I see, but I'm gonna just keep it pushing over here. And the more you practice it, the more it gets easier, right? Patterns are all about behavior. It's about the signs. It's so easy to notice these patterns. Let me just give a basic example, okay? This was going back to when I was talking to this guy a couple years ago, and I had started noticing his patterns, right? So not even to put my business out there, but I just want to give this example so you guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. So I was talking to this guy for like a couple years, and I started noticing like he wasn't calling me at the same time. Like, we just weren't talking at the same times we usually would. He will always call me first thing in the morning. When I tell you, this is how I know, because once you start doing these habits and these patterns, it becomes a routine. Watch. He would call me at a certain time every single day. Okay. We would talk about the same thing basically every single day. And so once we started getting on that same routine and that same pattern, I already knew. So then he switched it up. He started calling me at different times. His energy and his attitude was differently. And I'm just like, hold up. And I remember I had asked him a question, and the question that I had asked him was kind of like a redundant, like I already knew the answer, but I just wanted to see what he was going to say. And he told me a bullshit ass answer. Right then and there, I was like, okay, yeah, you're talking to somebody else, like somebody else is in the picture. It doesn't take you 3 hours to put together some small ass dresser. Like, I was just picking up on all the bullshit ass signs, right? Come to find out, everything that I already knew and felt internally, he then told me later. Like, he then told me exactly everything that I already knew internally, that I already picked up from the signs that he was showing me. Exactly my point. You know the signs, you're feeling them. The spiritual realm is talking to you. They're speaking to you. They're letting you know something is not right, and you need to dip the fuck out right now before your feelings get hurt. Yes, I understand we all get attached to certain things and certain moments, but if the spiritual realm is speaking to you, you need to go ahead and pick up the phone and answer and put the phone back down and be like, okay, let me get to work. Let's get busy. Because we're too young to sit up here and be traumatized by people's behaviors. We have our own shit to go through. So girl, like, pick up the motherfucking phone when the spiritual realm is calling, because they have a lot to say. If you don't pick up the phone and you keep hanging it up and keep putting an alarm on snooze, then you're going to keep hurting yourself. And then when you keep hurting yourself with these small little earthquakes, right? The big earthquake is going to come and hit you, and then you're going to be heartbroken, and then you're going to want to be in a dark place, in a sunken place. And it's like the spiritual realm is like, no, we didn't want you to be here. We literally kept trying to call you, but you kept putting that shit on decline, putting that shit on snooze. And we've been trying to talk to you. We've been trying to let you know, but you're not listening. You're not paying attention. Who cares what they think? They're not here for you. You got to be here for you. And you want to know who will always be here for you? God, the universe, your spirit guides, your ancestors, the spiritual realm. The spiritual realm will always be here. You are a part of the spiritual realm. These other people, do not worry about them, friend. I promise you. Okay? Okay. That was such a great little message. I'm so glad I got that out, because I want you to like pay attention to the patterns, and you can do it. I know you can. Just woosah. Okay. I love you guys so much. Thank you guys for watching this video. And shout out to everybody who's been commenting on my videos. Like, if y'all stayed this far into the video, shout out to you, everybody who's been commenting, liking. I see you guys. I'm so grateful for you guys. And I just want to say, in the cut with my twin, we be vibing, period. Love you guys. See you guys in the next one. Bye.